counting down the top 9 things we've learned about podcasting from NuVoodoo research.
This is finding number 3.
Paid podcasts are not the barrier to entry we once thought.
I mean, I have the Spotify subscription, so it's included in my subscription.
I do pay for YouTube Premium, though.
Like the really high frequency ones I pay for at this point. The bonus episode is nice.
Extra content is the primary reason.
Bonus content and stuff like that.
In our study of 1,691 weekly podcast listeners, most report that they pay to listen, at least indirectly. And the more someone listens to podcasts, the more likely they are to pay one way or another, though there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Overall, about 1 in 5 study participants aren't aware of paying for any podcast. It's around 1 in 3 on the lower end of the weekly time spent listening spectrum, and about 1 in 10 on the higher end. A little less than half in our sample say they pay for podcasts as part of a wider content membership, such as Spotify. Not quite 40% on the lower end, and just shy of 60% on the higher end of the listening scale say they pay that way. The subscription numbers drop from there when it comes to making a podcast-specific financial commitment, down to 38% overall and 29% on the lower end of the TSL scale. But notice the drop is only incremental to 53% of those listening to podcasts 10 hours a week or more. Finally, payments via Patreon or to podcasters soliciting for listener support directly fall to around 24% and 18% respectively in our total sample, and that proportional relationship among those willing to pay and the amount of time they spend listening to podcasts remains intact here as well. Memberships and direct listener payments are one way producers can monetize their podcast efforts, but what about through commercials and sponsorships? That's the subject of our next video as our countdown continues.
NuVoodoo conducts research studies and manages marketing campaigns for podcasters.
It's easy to get in touch. Drop us a line at tellmemore@nuvoodoo.com.